The following podcast is a production of Radio Felician, the voice of Felician University of New Jersey and the home of alternative rock done right. Available via iHeartRadio, TuneIn, the Radio Felician app, and at radiofelician.com.
Radio Felician University.
What's up, world? What's up, Falcons? It's the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast, and it's nothing but a vibe. It's your girl, Monty.
It's your boy, Ron.
And it's your girl, Liz.
And welcome back to the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast. I hope everybody's in the spirit. Christmas is coming up. Happy holidays to everybody.
Yes. Oh my God, Christmas.
How does everybody feel about, Christmas and everything coming up?
Love Christmas.
I like being with family and stuff.
Y'all lying. Y'all know y'all like it because of the presents. Don't lie.
Listen,
gift.
It is what it is. The presents be presents and
But nah, I'm looking forward to Christmas too.
love the gift giving season.
Yes. Speaking of gift giving season, this is the season of, technically in a way, peace. Mm-hmm. We could talk about, how some people say Jesus was born on Christmas, which I can count that was totally a lie. It's not true. It's not true.
I was hearing that people say, just celebrate him all of December, basically.
Yeah.
Because around this time, that's when he was supposed to be born.
Yeah. But,
That's how we got to get into the word.
Yes.
Know the
But
facts.
if you can't tell by now, today's episode is about inner peace. We're talking about how, just what peace looks like to us. How do you heal? How do you cope with, certain stuff, anxiety, anything in a sense that doesn't, bring you peace. So, we're going to get into the questions. My first question is, what does inner peace mean to you?
I think it means to know yourself. And, no one can get to you. No one can, make you feel any type of way because you know yourself.
Yeah.
Once you reach that, everything is, peaceful, I think. But I think you can only do that with God,
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
He gets you to that point.
You wanna go?
Good.
Okay. I don't know, inner peace. I just feel like it just means living stress free, making sure you're 100% comfortable, even if you don't have all the money in the world, all the things you want in the world. As long as you got all the things you need and you're comfortable where you are at right now, then it's peaceful.
Total peace.
Total peace.
What does inner peace mean to me? I think just being like Liz said, knowing yourself and knowing yourself enough to not let all like she said, all the negative stuff get to you. Mm-hmm. To be able to just sit in your sanctuary.
Yeah.
And just nothing, just that's what total peace is. When you can sit literally by even I feel like this is what total peace is. You can sit by yourself and even the mind, the voices in your head and the overthinking, even when that doesn't bother you, that's total peace.
Yeah.
That's when you have completely been at total peace with yourself.
Yeah.
That's when God has really sat you at a table and nothing can get to you anymore. When you and your mind, when you master your mind, that's total peace. I feel like mastering your mind is total peace because what people say about you, you're not really gonna care about. But your mind plays the biggest tricks on you in the world. That's what causes people not to have peace. So I feel like when you master your mind, that's total peace. What is healing? Not what is healing in a sense, but what mechanisms have you used to heal? From anything in your life.
Ooh.
I don't know if I can say this on here. Not Felician. But when I'm home, of course, never on campus. I get a good blunt ski going. Mm-hmm. I just put some good tunes on and just relax by myself. Just take a day to myself to just chill. Get back to where I was before everything started getting confusing or too much or uncomfortable or whatever. I'll get back. I just reset. A total reset. Mm-hmm. That's what I do.
I kind of do the same. Every weekend I go home too. That resets me for sure. And then I think God also Like, he really helps me with everything. Like, I know when I was really struggling and I was like, I needed to heal, he was the one that, like, kind of built me up. And like Monty said, to, like, master your mind, you get peace from that. So I really, like, I learned to master my mind with Christ. And that really helped me, like, yeah.
Eat that.
That's real. I feel like that's for me too. Like, to open up a little bit, I used to be like very, because I can open up about it now, but I used to be very depressed in high school. Nobody noticed. I used to be like very down and out, but like what helped me was God. I remember because my grandma, she gave me a Bible, and I forever had it, and I never like opened it. Like me, one thing about it, I grew up around like godly people, but it was always like, did I want to step foot into like this? Like, did I want to be like a Christian? Did I really want to know God for real? So it took me time to like, crack open the Bible, but like one day I just finally opened it. Like, I knew God, but I didn't know God like that. So I finally opened it, and I just started reading, and, as I started reading, like, everything started to make sense to me. And I just prayed. I just prayed for peace. That's what I prayed for. I prayed for peace, and I prayed for God to, like, get my mind under control. So I prayed. The next day, I heard this voice say, master your mind. And from there, like, that's what, like, keeps me, like, learning how to, like, I haven't fully mastered my mind, but I'm learning how to, because I fully want to master my mind to a point where it's, like, I know up here better than other people can sit back and figure it out. Because, one thing about a person, they're going to sit back and observe you. So I want to know my mind before somebody else figures it out just by sitting back and observing me.
Right.
But yeah, what is one thing that you feel like stops people from being at total peace with themselves? We cough him, excuse me.
I feel like being a follower. Like, I feel like when people are so far up other people's Uranus, they lose themselves. I feel like they be so worried about what the next person is doing and how they can do that exact same thing. They lose who they are or who they could be as a person.
Right.
And then be wondering why they be so lost. That makes sense.
You ain't never lied.
Okay, one thing about it, two things for sure.
I think, like, denying your convictions, compromising your faith. And like Huron said, to, like, start following people. Because you really have to have, like, integrity to make it, like, in this kind of world. Because, like, anybody's going to get influenced by whoever they're around. But, like, if you have, like, integrity, then you could, be around people and just, like, not lose yourself in whatever they have going on.
Right.
It's really hard, though. Yeah.
I feel that. It is really hard nowadays not to get lost in other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, piggyback off of what you guys said and, like, being a follower, that's what stops a lot of people from, like, I feel like definitely being at peace, because it's like, you're so caught up in everybody else's BS that you haven't, like, mastered your BS. Like, your BS isn't intact. All your, like, your situation is not intact. What you have going on is not, like, intact. Like, say, in a sense, like, okay, we're going to use college as an example. Cool. Say you have a final. All right, say you have a final on Monday, right? Today's Sunday. You have to study. But you decide to go out with your friends on a Sunday and go out and drink because they asked you to and they said so. So you're being a follower and then you go. Then here comes Monday, you miss your final. Now you have a 0 for that class for the semester. Now your GPA is going down. Now you're not at total peace. Why? Because you just failed a class. And now your GPA is going down. And now you are on probation.
Right.
Why? Because you sat and you followed somebody else. So this is why there is a thing called be your own person. And I don't know if y'all ever heard that saying, birds of a feather flock together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That means that means that you're a follower and not a leader, basically. Birds of a feather flock together. I know this generation kind of use it as a sense of calling people hoes, I guess. But I feel like that's a really good saying to use if if somebody's following somebody else. Birds of a feather flock together. I feel like that's a really good saying. But I feel like
monkey do.
Yeah.
I think it's like universal. Like that's what I was saying. I think everyone can be influenced, even though like a lot of people don't think that they can. Like the right situation will make someone like be influenced, I guess. Like the right people, the right situation. So anyone could really be influenced. So you really have to like watch your spirit, I guess.
Yeah, gotta protect that part.
Yeah, protect your spirit.
I definitely think so too. You do have to protect your spirit, especially from negative people already. Mm-hmm. People are very negative, and that could stop you from being at total peace too. The people who you surround yourself around, that could definitely stop you from being at total peace, because it's like, in a sense of, if you're around people who bring drama all the time, you're never gonna be at peace with yourself. Like I feel like having like friends, you have to learn to set boundaries to where it's like, I know it's like a lot of people have their moments where they want to be by themselves and they don't want to be bothered. And like having friends, in a sense, you have to set boundaries like, okay, yeah, cool, we could be around each other. Technically kind of, okay, we could be around each other all day. Doesn't matter. But if my social battery starts to go down, I need you to like, we gotta go our separate ways. Cause I even noticed that with you, Huron. Like I feel like you don't be wanting to tell me sometimes that your social battery is going down. But if your social battery is going down, I will kindly like get to stepping.
Okay.
And it's so good to have like friends like that let you just like chill.
Yeah.
Like especially if they notice it, cause you're shy and you don't want to speak up.
Yeah, that's how it be. Cause it dies, but I don't want to be like, oh, get out.
Yeah,
so I can
right.
Recharge, but it's like I don't know.
No,
but you can with the right friends.
Right,
yeah.
Tell me to get out. I be wanting to
Right.
leave sometimes too. My social battery going down too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be scared to tell you I be wanting to leave. I do. Like sometimes I'll be like, come on, like our social battery is like everywhere I need to go.
Sometimes I feel like, behind the scenes of the podcast, like the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, like the things we have to do when we're working with other people, it becomes a lot sometimes. But,
Tell me about it.
it's all for the work and all for the better to push us into the future that we want to be in.
Please
out
tell
the
me
bumps,
about it.
The kinks.
Cause I be having like, when I tell y'all, I don't know what it is. Like, I be like, my nerves be so bad. My nerves be so bad. And I could be open cause like, come on, I'm gonna be open with my viewers. My nerves be bad, y'all. Having like, I'm telling y'all, one thing about having a business and then having people that is like intertwined with your business and like have positions and is helping you, it's a lot, because a lot of people start to get like out of line. Right. People start to get out of line, and it's like with me, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna do none of that. You do what you do, but I still got a business to uphold, so it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But I feel like even with that, you just have to learn to let people like just do them. Like when people get out of line, every action doesn't need a reaction. Don't give a reaction back. Don't do anything extra. Just remove yourself from the situation. Like that's like from now on, that's what I feel like I would have to start telling myself. Just remove yourself from the situation, because if you don't remove yourself from the situation, it's just gonna be a lot going on. I don't know, but I just feel like being around like a lot of people really does deteriorate your mind and like your space, and like I feel like everybody need their own space, and I can't be around people 25/8. I need space. Like, Huron, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna need space from you for like 2 weeks. I need space from you for like 2 weeks, but nah, like I be needing space. But it's all love. It's all love, but like come on, like we have like social batteries and we have like our spiritual connections, and sometimes like our batteries
need that isolation.
we just need that isolation.
Yeah.
Sometimes
What they say about God? God don't isolate you for no reason.
Right.
You need space. Mm-hmm. You need space. You can't be around people 25
How could you know yourself like
that.
if you have all these people influencing you?
Right.
Like you
don't know
can't
who
get
you
time
are.
by yourself or just with God to like build that relationship or even heal. Like you're always like occupied.
Right.
You
Exactly.
really need time to be by
I'll be trying to
yourself.
learn that. I'll be trying to learn that like with me, and I know even with y'all be trying to learn that like to not keep yourself so occupied all the time to take a break. Cause like I read that recently. It was like you could work hard, but make sure you give yourself a break. Because if not, that's just gonna drive you totally insane. That's gonna drive you madly
And
insane.
that's how it all like crashes. Like,
exactly.
you can't
Getting that
maintain
break.
it.
Exactly. Cause I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I was going a little insane for like 2 weeks. Like, y'all having a business, y'all don't understand. Like having a podcast and having something that you truly want to do and you truly want to see other people love and you truly want to see other people like, messing with it and it's leaving an impact on people. It becomes a lot when it comes into like planning and, even like merch or like certain stuff. Like it be so much going on behind closed doors, y'all, and it's like we really do like we be stressed sometimes. We be having our moments where we be stressed sometimes, and it's just like we have to learn how to like give ourselves a break and just like
give myself like some time to like really just be to
exactly.
ourselves.
That's why like even though that was a video, we decided to take a little break and go to Pliables and get some like good eats and everything, and we just like gave ourselves a minute to calm down because it's like I don't want us to get to a point where we're like madly like insane. Like everything like what's making us madly insane would be our podcast, and I don't want our podcast to make us madly insane.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't like something that's making us money can't make us insane. It should make us happy.
That's what I'm saying.
So we can't be in a sense like what's the word?
I feel like when you do too much, that means like you don't really like trust God or like the process. Like you could really chill and like everything's gonna go fine instead of just like, idea, like work.
Gotta be patient.
Yeah,
Right.
you have to be patient too. Like have a steady pace, I think.
Cause you can't rush it.
You can't.
You definitely can't. It's trusting the process.
You cannot.
But what? Okay. Give me. I want to see what y'all know about these Bible verses. Give me 2 Bible verses about peace.
Man, if you think I
You
know
can
Bible
search them
verses-
up,
Oh, I have one ready.
but give me 2 Bible verses about peace.
All right.
You
So
can search them up.
this is pertaining to what we were talking about earlier
Okay.
about mastering your mind.
Period.
And I keep like seeing this verse everywhere, and I keep like telling other people about it and like reminding myself about it. So this is what God says about like how to master your mind, basically. So he said, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
I like that.
So that's like,
And what does it mean?
so my mom explained it to me this kind of way. She was like, anytime you, like not every thought is your own. So God tells us that the enemy gives us thoughts. The Holy Spirit like helps us and gives us like good thoughts also. So we have our own stuff. Like not every thought is your own. So you have to be able to, like he said, hold every thought captive to the obedience of God, of Christ. When you could do like, let's say you get a negative thought and it like stresses you out, and let's say that takes away your peace. If you know like God's promises to you when he says like I have plans for you to prosper, or I have, I will take care of everything that concerns you. When you just remind yourself that, there's nothing to really worry about.
Right.
That's why you have to take those negative thoughts when you're like, oh my gosh, because I have like crazy thoughts. So I'll be like, oh, like something's gonna happen to my family. I have to take that thought and then remember what God's word says when he says, I will take care of everything that concerns you, And then like once I remember that and like hold that thought captive, I'm back to like my zen, like I'm peaceful again. So you really have to master your mind and like really be obedient, because you could wonder like all day, but
Yeah.
those little mind games, like that's what's really gonna have you.
Is it's the devil.
Yeah.
The mind games are the devil. Like
you
that's even
can't
with,
entertain them.
That's even with temptation. Like, cause I've read how I read the Bible every day. I read something about temptation. It was like, God doesn't give you temptation. The devil gives you temptation. God gives you a choice to whether to be tempted or to whether to not attempt to sin. So, in a sense, it's like that too with peace. It's like in a sense of, do you want peace? Do you want to be at total peace?
Right.
Or do you not want to be at total peace? Would you want to be at peace, or would you want your world to go downhill? Do you want to be at peace, or do you not want to master your mind? Do you want to be at peace, or do you want to be mentally insane? So,
because peace
all about that.
is like spiritual. Peace is like definitely a spiritual thing. Like, the only way to it is to like, feed your spirit. I do that with Christ. What he tells me to do, I know that being obedient is just gonna like lift my spirit up. The more you like live in your flesh, like let's say, smoking weed, having sex, stuff like that, that kind of stuff does bring you stress. Even if you think it doesn't, like, it does.
It does. It does. But I feel like...
Because it's like physical. Like,
and that's true. And I feel like some people... what's crazy? I feel like some people are good at balancing some stuff like that, though. A lot of, I know some people that are really good at balancing stuff like that. But you want to know why? Because they have mastered their mind.
Yeah, they know.
We ain't there yet. So people who are really good at, managing that, it's because they mastered their mind. Go ahead, Huron, with your Bible verse.
I don't have Bible verses, but I do have for my quote. This one says, "Be so rooted in yourself that nobody absence or presence can disturb your inner peace."
Period.
I feel like that goes back to
Yeah.
be to yourself. Sometimes you have to be to yourself because you can't always be around people because you can't become infallible. You have to stay a leader. You have to be around other leaders who want you to be a leader.
Yep.
Who wants better for you.
Know yourself.
You
get to know yourself.
He all like
also,
while one-on-one time.
Right, while Monty's on to her looking for hers. Did everyone listen to Nicki Minaj's new album, Pay Friday 2?
Everybody. Say down, let me stop.
Because it's Gag City and we have arrived.
Gag City, it's Pink Friday 2. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Oh, somebody wanna join the live? I don't know who that is. I'm not doing that today. I'm sorry, y'all. It's taking me a little long to find my little Bible verse.
Well, while she do that, I guess I'll keep doing a little thing that we on TikTok have started a vibe or not. We'll be trying different foods from different places and let you know if it's a vibe or not.
Yes. Is it a vibe or not?
We'll try to do it at least once a week.
Yeah. Pliables was rocking.
Pliables was really good.
I eat Pliables all the time. I had to do that for y'all though. I couldn't like.
Oh, I left mine in the refrigerator. I'm gonna tear that.
Oh, you give it me some? You want to give out? Look at. Huron is not having it. Huron is not having it.
Okay.
So somebody is trying to join this.
Let me see who this is.
Okay, but I'm ready for my Bible verse. Okay, so I read this last night. It says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness." Okay, I'm gonna read the whole. Oh yeah. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such thing there is no law.
Good.
There's no law.
And the Bible verse is Galatians 5:22 through 23. And basically, I read up on it last night about the meaning. So the meaning is those who are in Christ are distinguished from unbelievers in that they have been gifted with the Holy Spirit, enabling them to bear fruit. So basically, in a sense of, what that means is it's in that verse. Like if you read the whole verse, it'll talk about how it'll talk about sin. Not my nail. Not on live. Not on live though. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, y'all. Cause let me tell you one thing about this. I'm gonna go get this fixed. It talks about how talks about sin. So basically, it was like these are things that are in such as no law. And it was like drunkenness, sexual immortality. Like, it was talking about like all the sins. And it was just in a sense of saying, people would rather follow sin than be kind, be gentle, be faithful, be loving, be at peace, be joyful. Like, when I read that, I was like,
yeah,
like, that is so true. Like, this is literally the world that we live in. Like, people would rather be drunk, be high, not be faithful. Like I keep saying, walk by faith, not by sight. People would rather not walk by faith, by sight. Instead of being at peace, be joyful, gentle, faithful.
My mom literally says that. She was like, people value shame over honor. And so you see all the things, like all the fruits of the spirit. A lot of people nowadays will see like stuff like that and think it's like corny, you know? Like they'll be like, oh, I want to smoke. I want to do this. I want to do that. But like, I don't think people really like take a second thought about how it's really like affecting them. Like they just continue to do it because it like feels good, but they're still really like depressed, you know? And I don't think people really like look at that part of their life that's probably causing it.
Right.
Like,
I feel like also like with that, I feel like a lot of people only do things like that or certain things of that sort to be a follower. A lot of people don't even do it because they like doing it or because they want to do it. They do it because other people are doing it, because their friends are doing it, because they see it on TikTok or because they see it on YouTube. If you're going to do whatever you do in life, make sure you want to do it because you want to do it.
Yeah. Know yourself.
Because otherwise you're not going to be happy doing it.
Certain things will deteriorate your body. Like, like, okay,
and your spirit.
If we're going to talk about it, I'd be so real. Vaping. Baby, one thing, vaping, people have died numerous times from vaping. Oh, and speaking of that, okay, so we're just going to say my significant other played a little prank on me this week and was like something about like vaping and everything else, and something was wrong with him, da da da. And I told him, he was like I'm just joking, da da da. And I didn't I wasn't upset or anything. It was a prank, cool. But I just told him, don't joke like that because people have actually really died, you know, from vaping and stuff like that. And he understood, of course, but it's just like in a sense of, if something was really wrong with you, I would really be worried. And it's like, because vaping, one thing about it, once something is wrong with your lungs from vaping, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. It's either surgery or you laying on your deathbed. Period. So that's why, like, and I tell people, if not like encouraging vaping, I would like not encouraging it, but if you are going to, please vape with no nicotine in it, please.
Yes, there
like,
are
at least
no nic of it.
There's no nic vapes. Like, please, because it's like pulling on fruit. Not pulling on fruit, but it's like pulling on air that tastes like fruit. Please vape with no nic in it, because nicotine is the cause of lung issues. I'd rather you do it safely. If you're going to do it, I'd rather you do it safe.
Right.
I will not have that on my conscience. So if you want vape, please do it safely, and please go pick up a no-nic vape. Period. But to close out this episode, what is one thing you want to heal from currently of right now? We're going to be honest. What is one thing you need to heal from that you're asking God to heal you from?
I already know.
Go.
Oh. I would say duality. And duality is like, you know, like two sides of you, two parts of you. So I'm really trying to get closer to God and really practice obedience, because I know like what it says in the Bible, that he says those that fear him are his friends. So I always wanted to be like obedient, stuff like that, but I just don't have it in. Like I'm not like that, I guess.
You know what's so crazy? I've read that verse. I've read that too this week. Those that fear him are his friends. Yes, I've read that this week. I want to be his friend. Like, Huron, we gotta get you reading this. But I'm telling you, like, when you read the word was so crazy. No, Huron, it's not even about like anything. It's serious. When you read the word, I'm telling you, you sit back and like look at people and be like, yo, like this is the Bible in like live action.
It's crazy because all really the answers are in the Bible.
It really is. Like, life is the Bible live action. Literally, everybody's sinning, and it's like you're following God, and everybody else sinning, and you're watching everybody sin. Literally, that's literally what it's like. But God, I mean, like we really gotta get you to read the Bible a little bit. Like, just God pull you in a little bit, because I feel like, Huron, if you do, if you do like pull yourself into like reading it, nobody's saying you gotta go to church. You don't have to go to church to believe in God. You just gotta have like a relationship with him. You just gotta pray, read the Bible, just get to know him. It's like him getting to know you. You could be raw, you could be real and raw with God. Like you could be breaking down on your knees crying with God. You really can. I just want you to get into a like have a connection, a spiritual connection with God, and be able to be like, whenever like you feel like you down and out and you need somebody to talk to, you don't have to run and talk to flesh. Mm-hmm. Go talk to the Spirit.
I'm telling you. And God says he has called you by name. You are his.
Yes.
So if it's meant to happen, God's going to talk to you.
Yes.
And it's going to happen on your timing.
Yes.
Not on your, but on his timing. He's going to work. He's
Right.
going to meet you halfway, basically.
Mm-hmm. Right. You
So
know why
you'll be
people
good.
don't? You know why people don't hear God? Because they don't take the chance to like get to know him.
They just deny him.
They just deny him.
Like,
Oh yeah, that's why people don't like get to like hear God because they deny him. But go ahead.
close themselves. Yeah.
What is something you need to heal from?
Oh, I don't know. I think I just need to like heal from like maybe like feeling like I don't even know how to put this in words,
Be honest.
but like feeling like I don't know how to put it in words.
It's okay if you can't.
Like basically like I have a habit of, because I don't want to not like hurt people's feelings or make people like basically like I don't want to make people feel like a certain kind of way. So there's certain things that I wouldn't say or wouldn't do.
Like people please.
Or certain things that I do. Yeah.
people please.
That's what I want to work on. And, like really do like heal my inner peace. Like stop being such a people
Be
pleaser.
solid to yourself.
Yeah.
Have your own bag. Feel me? We'll get there.
Right.
Something I want to heal from. I still haven't healed from, and I have like my moments. My childhood trauma. Like my childhood trauma is bad. Like people that know me and that talk to me know that my childhood trauma is bad. Like people know that. So I have my moments where I be in my head, down and out sometimes. But yeah, my childhood trauma is one thing I'm trying to heal from. I'm currently in therapy for that, talking and everything else. But yeah, my childhood trauma. But thank you guys for listening. You can go listen to us at radiofelician.com. You can go tune in on Spotify. And you can go follow us on YouTube at the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast. And you can watch us live on Twitch every Monday at 9:30. And it's your girl, Monty.
It's your boy Ron.
And it's Liz.
And always remember, it's nothing but a vibe. Remember 2 ways to listen. Check out all Radio Felician podcasts via Spotify. Just search Radio Felician University or just go to radiofelician.com.
Follow Felician Radio on Instagram at radio_Felician. And follow us on our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, at the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast. And follow our main socials at, Heartbreaker Ron.
At Money the Scientist. And just remember, it's nothing but a vibe.
This podcast has been a production of Radio Felician, the voice of the Franciscan University of New Jersey. The views expressed are solely those of the hosts and guests and are not official statements of Felician University. Visit Radio Felician on the web anytime at radiofelician.com. Want to send an email? Reach out at radiostation@felician.edu. Radio Felician, the Falcon.